midfield once again.
We climb on up to the upper bracket. The strength of the tournament is here. Dignitas versus Falcons. About to get underway here. Game 1 brought to you by Progressive.
And the day's really been turned on its head, Jorby. Everyone expecting K-Corp and Gentlemates to win those matches, but Twisted Minds and Team Secret, they were able to get some big upsets. And I think it would be another big upset here if Dignitas were able to take down a Team Falcons that swept them through the Swiss stage.
I think that stat that Gibbs was talking about, that the team that wins in Swiss are 3-10 in the same matchup in bracket play. Now, usually we're only talking about that with Furia and Vitality, but the fact that it's almost across the board, well, you know, the Falcons, they look real strong, and absolutely agree with the desk on that. They look about a step above than they did in Birmingham. TRK leading the charge there with our Killers. You saw him already trying to headhunt.
Falcons from Gibbs looking like the Team Falcons of old, who have made it to grand finals on RLCS lands before. Never been able to get the full job done though, but perhaps this time it's different. Raleigh does feel a bit different with all the crazy results we've been seeing. And Team Falcons have had a very solid first minute.
Jack challenging Killers on the hard touch. Joria's just going for the bump. TRK staying on top of it. Has Rolas on the wing as well. Not gonna bump Jack. Jack avoids all of it and gets the ball. He's still getting harassed from behind. Jack making it work, but can't quite thread the seam.
Jack trying to play that first man. And you'll see a lot from Jack. He's very clever on when he goes for bumps, when he goes for demos to create that space for his teammates.
Stizzy actually gets around that. Stizzy doing work, and honestly, you can't really blame Jorias and Jack for waiting for that to go out to the corner and back to the midfield. Stizzy somehow created something there. They might position a little differently next time they see him behind the ball there.
Boostinai as well in the corner as a pass upfield, but it's just too far away for Rolas. Rolas will have to retreat all the way out as Dorius takes it past the midfield. Back to Stizzy. Now Stizzy off the ceiling. Isn't able to get another touch. TRK shut the play down.
Dignitas have been able to thwart them on these 50s. Falcons offense hasn't come online just yet. Killers, he got the engine rolling several times yesterday. Really all of Swiss. Stizzy works his way through the midfield line, out of boost though, and gets pushed off on the 50-50.
Rolas gets a little poke, and it's enough to beat the defense. A lot of times, defenders are thinking, oh, they might go for a reset, but Rolas gets the extra touch around, puts it past him.
That changeup is real hard to figure out. Falcons have all sorts of tools in the kit to go to, and Dignitas thought they had it figured out. So Falcons able to start thanks to a strong one from Rolas. Stizzy start with a little bit of pressure. Great speed, 2 touches into the net. Oh, flying.
And TRK knew that third man was the one he dusted in the air, but the ball was bouncing not in the center of the backboard. It was not the easiest of reads, especially with Jorius trying to get back in time to get the save. A wonderful shot off that backboard.
You know, James, you say it's not easy, but I saw TRK in the air and no one defending it. And I thought, he's about to sink it.
The defense was getting back, so he had to get pace on the shot as well, and he did so. Might be easy for TRK, though. You might be right, Jorby.
Reason why he's leading the team in goals. Killers, he's at the forefront. The reset. Stizzy took a wide berth to Rolas to avoid that bump. He's got no boost. He needs Jack to help. Jack, the pot shot. Falcons trying to break it out. Stizzy closes the gap into the corner, bumps TRK out of the way. Killers is stuck with no boost, and Jack gave it right to him.
Rolas, the ball on the ground, back-to-back 50s. Killers and TRK both low boost, but TRK does pick up that corner just in time, but chipped it away. Collected in the air by Jorius. Jorius trying to get a bump on Killers, but it's boomed downfield, stopped by Appjack.
By a little time, Stizzy's coming forward. Jumps from the midfield line to get there. He can only bump Rolas. Jorius avoiding Rolas. TRK stuffs him at the line. Jorius can't get any bumps. Killers flips it over one. TRK right behind, and Stizzy again trying to meet TRK at the punch. Jorius has to recover quickly. Falcons commanding the pace of play right now.
They're in full control at the moment. Back hit as well from Rolas. More time taken away. Jack with a little bit of space, opts to take it for an air dribble 50. It kicks out to the sidewall where Rawas is the first to it.
Stop by Jorias. Stizzy had Jack in the area, but Jack was full racing back towards the midfield line. Now free touch for Killers. Dignitas starting to regain a little bit of control. Jorias went for the dunk, couldn't find it. Stizzy doesn't even get a touch on the ball, but Jack will be first to it.
Still time for Dignitas to get something going. There's a reset from Jack. Let's get a piece of the 50. It's perfectly out to Jorias. Jorias tried to slot it, but Rawas was there, and now a shot downfield. Gonna waste even more time.
Okay, Stizzy. He's gone for one a couple of times. That last shot, though. You had Jack harassing Killers, and then Jorias shot it to where Rawas was instead. That was Dignitas' best shot of getting a goal on the board here in game number 1. Falcons keeping Dignitas and this crowd quiet in game number 1. Dignitas looking for anything, but they're back to the drawing board as we head to game 2.
Team Falcons, full control this game. It looked easy for them, and that will officially end.
Everything's just a little different than the usual timeline. Falcons trying to snap the timeline back into form. TRK drop off the Killers to start. Wasp opened up the scoring for Falcons in game number 1. Jack, you talk about him being at the forefront, trying to choose when to go for those demos. He is a physical player, but Falcons are a high-powered offense, and they blow through for the first goal.
Killers takes the ball up high, gets the touch, leaves the ball to go for the demo, lands it on Jorias, leaving Stizzy all alone. And Rawas able to line that one up, slip it right by him. So Team Falcons pick up where they left off.
You heard that Killers, he spent 44% of his time in the attacking half this tournament so far, and that's the kind of things he's doing to set his team up. Jack gets deleted. Stizzy was going full bump on the play. And Rawas, hard cut, easy flick, easy goal. Falcons are all over it.
Oh, Rawas is tearing Dignitas up. TRK hitting it to open space, the little cut, the touch, up and over, a quick flick. Stizzy thinking Jack was going to be able to get a hand on it. Completely surprised by that flick. Team Falcons, led by Rawas right now, doing a great job.
Dignitas need an answer. They haven't scored a goal yet. Jack getting underneath it. Shuffle this ball out of the corner. Killers just stole the ball away. It looked like dig ball. Now Falcons almost score the goal. Rawas stopped by Stizzy. But a touch from TRK denied by Jack.
Jorias with a little bit of space here. Went for a 50 instead. Stizzy reset. Gets too far away from him.
Stuffed again. Killers, 2 solid challenges, making the first attacker miss, making it easy to size up that second defender. And he just sat right there. He never left the play. Drop off to Rawas, and Rawas finds another goal.
Rawas can't miss. Killers has been shaking things up. Rawas comes in, finishes the job once again.
Man, I mean, Dignitas, they're just getting trounced about as hard as they did the first time in Swiss. They just don't have an answer right now. There's no offense from Dignitas. Killers reading Stizzy's touch. No bump, though. Stizzy stays with it, and that's about as far as he gets. Jack gets forced back. TRK bumps Jack out of the way, leaving all that free space for Rawas. Jack gets right back to it. Long clear over to his teammate. Stizzy's out of boost and won't be able to follow.
Been trying a couple times, get that reset, try to keep it close. On low boost, hasn't worked out. Dignitas needs something. Jack with a strong 50. Couldn't find a bump. Stizzy challenging off the ceiling. Does keep this ball in Team Falcons half, but a boom will clear it out.
Jack left that corner boost open. Do break out, though. Jack headhunting. Killers avoided him narrowly, and had Killers gotten bumped there, that was going to be a goal. It would have opened up the center. Killers, a little bit of Neo action here from Falcons. Dignitas still trying to get their first goal of the series.
Stizzy trying to pass that across, but Killers right there to stop it. And the mid boost spawns underneath Killers.
Drop down to Rawas. Does he have another in the tag? Of course he does! He's on a tear!
Killers is doing so much. He picks up that 100 boost, gets that extra touch around the defense. And it's The Wonder Twins activating. There's nothing Dignitas can do to stop these two.
I mean, they're absolutely not just on the same wavelength. I think the neurons stretched across space itself to connect with those two. I mean, this is just a shellacking in these first two games. Killers throws it up high. Jory is forced to clear it out hard. Dignitas, they just keep getting chipped off the line. They got to chase down Killers every step of the way. Killers had TRK with him. It looked like another goal was coming, but he didn't make contact. Roas doesn't just get the ball, he also gets a face full of chassis. TRK launches one. There's 2 minutes left. 4 goals to go for Dignitas. Jory is stuck.
He's trying to go for a flick. Ended right away. Killers leaves it for Roas, who is already in the air, gets the double to push it towards net, is demoed. Jorius waiting far side of net, but Stizzy wasn't able to get that flick around it.
You know, if I'm Dignitas at this point, you really are on that hopium about what has happened today already on the first half of the day. Maybe you can get your first goal. Really, that's the first step, is getting that first goal. So many times, that can change the look and the tone of a series when a team is as dominant as Falcons are. And you just can't score, and then something happens, it clicks once you finally get it. The Falcons just seem to really want to send a message to Dignitas right now, and maybe the rest of the tournament, James. This team, they're going for gold this entire tournament, and they're playing like they're going to get it.
I think the one silver lining, no matter what, Jorby, is that whoever loses this match isn't out of it. This is not an elimination match like we saw earlier. You do have a longer road to the grand finals, but that does relieve some of the pressure. However, we saw the reverse sweep against a K-Corp that seemed to be battered and bruised. This team, Falcons team throughout Swiss, has looked untouchable. Even when Falcons are tying each other up there, Dignitas have nothing, and, well, I was about to believe that that was just a time-wasting touch. You know what, we don't need the 5th goal, just because everything they've touched has gone in. Everything they've tried to do has worked. Dignitas into the next game. Got some things to figure out. And you saw Stizzy pre-jumping, hoping to just do something. The defense breaking down that pre-jump from Stizzy, I think, threw off the rotations. I mean, you gotta do something, right? At the end of the game, you're certainly not gonna score 4 goals in 15 seconds. You might as well try something to get any kind of good dopamine in the brain. But right now, Dignitas are completely depleted in that department. Falcons stealing it all. Team Falcons, another dominant performance here. And you expect a timeout to be called, Jorby. Yeah. Dignitas, they need that extra minute. Violent Panda. For Dignitas, Team Falcons running up the scoreboard last game. How will game 3 go? Dignitas had to start with something, but they don't even win the first kickoff. Falcons, quick shot right into the defender. Stizzy ran into the post on his way to the save. Roas got the pass out, and a weak shot. Jorios will take it away, so Falcons already start where they left off with a heaping plate of offense. TRK coming around, set this one back off. Roas had pre-jumped it, shots wide. Stizzy not able to get much of a 50, but apparently Jack was there. Really strong 50 from TRK. He'll send it to the Dignitas corner where there's a demo. Roas will streak back after demoing. Stizzy pass in field. There's the shot and the goal by TRK. It's such a clean pass and nobody ends up getting up for this. Jack is coming back. Jorius is late to the play. Jack knows the pass is coming, but he took such a wide approach back, but by the time it comes out, he knows he's dead. And Stizzy only hopes that that ball's hit into him. And when you're hoping Falcons do something wrong, you're in a bad spot. And what a series Killers has happened so far, playing the role of facilitator. Assisted 4 of the 5 goals Roas scored last game, and then another dime there to TRK. He's been dishing it out like a 5-star chef. There he is again with a quick hit, quick landing. Tough to do on 0 boost. Free ball for Jack. Jack wants a pass. Almost forced an own goal. Jory is going to get there as well. He makes TRK miss. Killers, Roas flying in to bail him out. That was maybe the best chance that we've seen from Dignitas, and it had a little bit of chaos. You saw it, the own goal almost shaping up. Roas zooming in, trying to help out. But Dignitas getting some time on attack. Another 50, forcing Falcons wide. Killers has no boost. They don't have the go-ahead touch.
Stizzy sitting back as well. Jack, can he create something here? He does give a little bit of space. He tried the weak side shot. Didn't quite work out, but Jorius forces that 50 up. And this is the most pressure that Falcons have faced all game.
Jorius playing deep. Trying to control this ball, wasn't able to deny the corner boost. Fakes the musty as well. On the bounce, TRK setting up Rawas. Stizzy getting that back in.
Jorius not gonna get a chance at that. Jack has to wait for the shot. Free midfield swing. Jorius drops it down. Another clear out. Jack will hold. Stizzy underneath. Jorius no boosts. Needs Stizzy to buy him something. Jorius will actually take the first approach, and oh! Killers just walks the dog!
And it's so smart from Killers. He waits for Jack. He expects the pinch. He doesn't jump for it. Lets that ball roll right into him and results in a perfect pop that lets him take it to the air. Killers dismantled all of Dignitas by himself.
Despite all that, James, you saw Stizzy come down off the backboard, and it felt like he should have had that save. Now he tries to get a bit of redemption, and it's cleared right over their heads. Jorius has to buy time, maybe create something. He's got a little bit double reach, but it's off the bar. Jack,
Oh, it's just not meant to be for Dignitas.
if that's not going in, I don't think anything's going in.
So close to a #1 play right there. The double reset off the bar and out, and even the rebound somehow not going in.
What Dignitas have to do. Jorius, 2 minutes left, 2 goals to go, just to tie it up, and they still haven't scored at all in this series. They just kicked that straight out to TRK. Stizzy got the read. Roas not able to get there. Jorius will try again with Jack downfield. Jack head hunting, but Killers is there. TRK will back him up. Stizzy next. There's more pressure here from Dignitas. Can they get a quality opportunity on target? Jack loses the touch to TRK. Stizzy gets it across. TRK's there, no boost. Corner spawns. Jorius wants it. He's got the ball as well off the ceiling. Jorius trying to get the scoring started, but Falcons, they simply won't let him through. Stizzy across another. He might have the cut, and it's taken away again. Falcons have matched them step for step, and Jorius finally trips them up.
The overpowering play from Dignitas. So many shots turned aside at low boost, and finally it makes it through. Jorius will score it. Jorius picking it up on the mechanical front. You saw him really lead the charge on that assault for Dignitas.
As the battering ram finally cracked the wood of the gate, can they finally push it back a little bit more? Is there a little more confidence for Dignitas? Jorius gets the bump, but Jack is stuffed by Roas. Stizzy has a demo to help from Jack. Stizzy can't keep back to the ball. He didn't have the boost, and Roas is happily gonna let it drop. Wait, quick pass, but Killers was in the way.
Dignitas doing such a good job of boost denying Team Falcons, keeping them locked in their own half. It's got him that only goal so far. Can they get another one? Tie things up, force overtime. Will Team Falcons hold on?
You like it? Dignitas have any chance in the upper bracket? They have to figure it out in this 30 seconds. TRK, flip down. Jorius, pop up as well. Jack on the far side. A demo from Stizzy. Only one to beat there, Roas. TRK jumps on the ball. Jack tried to stop it. Roas, quick shot, and Stizzy somehow made that stop. Why did he get it again?
Remarkable from Stizzy.
Not a lot of time. Oh, TRK just wasted so much more time on that clock. Ball's not in the net just yet, but here's the shot, and it's in!
Killers with the dagger of game 3. Rawas getting a bump on Stizzy, the rebound in a dangerous spot. And apparently Jack close, but not close enough.
Dignitas, their best look in the orange half all series long, and they can only come away with 1 goal. The failed double reset attempt into 1 goal for Jorius, and no game wins for Dignitas. Falcons 1 away from sweeping them down to the lower bracket.
Dignitas, though, looking much, much better this game. That was the most time on attack that we've seen from them.
Have to find a way to turn it around, like you said. Their best effort in game 3 so far. Dignitas have to build on it here.
Rawas looking for the infield pass.
strike it true.
Man, it's Freelo for Falcons out here. It's the twins connecting again. And Dignitas just get all twisted up. 5 seconds is all it takes. Dignitas can't get on the right foot. They can't get on the left foot. They're down on their knees right now.
Another shot contested. Jorius does get up and tip it out. Infield pass, Killers, nobody's there. Immediate shot on net, easy save for TRK. Roas has to hit it from reverse and immediately jumps up to the air to get that stop.
Had to avoid Jorius on the bump and only ended up helping him out. I like the idea from Dignitas. Hang on, they just called him looking. Dignitas have tied the game for the first time this series.
Appjack, the quick beat. Roas had gone out of the play for a boost, expecting his teammates to cover, but nobody was able to. Dignitas tie things up.
Much better start for Dignitas. It looked like we were going to get simply more of the same. Roas makes the tough grab, and it was a slow ball, so you don't get a hard rebound for Dignitas to play with. We got to try again here from the third.
Killers will have a full boost tank. Trying to get a 50, does get it. Kicks out to the corner. TRK with a 50 of his own. Rebound out into a dangerous spot. Roas drop down pass. TRK a late turn, didn't get there in time.
TRK expecting a challenge maybe from Jorius or a bump attempt. Forced him to give up possession. Roas also got harassed by Jorius. We saw Jorius' eye roll. We saw his frustration. Here the car language is starting to translate it too. Here comes Stizzy. We haven't truly seen him come online just yet. But whoa, what's going on? Everyone's missing. Jack gets the 50. Roas takes it away from him. Stizzy will line this one up. Dignitas trying to hold this ball. Good steal from Stizzy, giving Jack away in.
Killers keeps the ball close, great control into an air dribble past one. Goes for a 50, doesn't get a piece of it. Stizzy's gonna be able to get a double. The kicks back out to the mid again. TRK looking for the backboard. Roas was upfield, but Jorius first to the ball.
TRK with the full tank of boost. Quite get the bounce he wants. He's able to work with it. Jorius is happy to let him give the ball up in the corner. Both teams still trying to get that advantage. Dignitas with the much longer journey here. Plenty of time on the clock as, well, Roas wasn't touching that one. He saw you coming. Quick hit out, but it's away from TRK, and Falcons are forced to retreat.
Boost grabbed by Roas. Jorius not having a full tank to deal with. Stizzy tried to rip a shot right away. Easily stopped by Team Falcons. Now on the other end, Roas off the ceiling, passes to TRK. TRK! He was denied.
I didn't even think he was going to get a clean touch. He almost scored. Oh, Jack! Almost gave Falcons the slip. TRK midair. Jorius gets dunked. It's a little wide and a little ding for Stizzy. Can he give Falcons the ring? Not quite, but Jack's got it! Saved!
How does that get saved?
He backflipped at the perfect time. Falcons, we talk about the defense being much improved. The goal line defense especially showing up right there.
Infield pass.
Quick shot! TRK drilling it into the back of the net.
Negative angle pass from Roas here. And TRK slipping it underneath Jorius. Roas. Talk about Killers facilitating, but how about the passing from Roas out of the corner?
All three players for Team Falcons having a heck of a series.
I mean, this is a complete team right now, James. They are firing on all cylinders. If you were hoping Falcons could go the distance in this tournament, they're showing you they got the chops for it in this match right now. Dignitas trying to find a way in. They got a minute 30 to figure this out. And like you said, upper bracket, Dignitas aren't out of this tournament if they get swept out. But Falcons are certainly showing why they just might be the favorites to win this.
Just reminds you of what Team Falcons is capable of. We've seen this from them before. They've marched through brackets all the way to the grand finals looking unbeatable, and that's the Team Falcons we're seeing right now, Jorby.
Quick pass over to apparently Jack. It's not quite over just yet. Jack works his way way around, but can't quite get the bump. Jorius tried to beat Killers. Killers had the save easily. Quick 50, TRK was right behind him. There was no chance Dignitas would win in the 50. Jorius has to dive, he can't get back to the ball, and Falcons keep on wasting that time.
Another infield pass opportunity, but TRK fakes it. Killers doesn't get a touch either. Rawas has to hit it in reverse, and will still take it to the air. Double commit from Dignitas. Sizzy still powering through the ball.
Now, if he gets the bump on TRK, Jorius is in the area, and he might get a chance, but he gets bumped off the play. Time running thin. Stizzy lets it go. Jorius. Hard 50 out. Stizzy against Killers. It kicks out into space. Jack underneath. It's way too light. Stizzy knew it. Didn't want the clear. Jorius up high, but away from any kind of recovery. Killers no boost. Jorius trying to get in the way. Jack at the end of regulation. Coming across. Hard clear out. Jorius with a full tank. Stizzy lets it go. Jack off the ceiling. Jack
gonna go for the double.
Jack doubled in the ground. Falcons survive and sweep their way out of the series.
You saw the orange trail as well at the end. The double denied by the Team Falcons defense. And a sweep for Team Falcons.